Welcome back. Well, as usual, the market is looking at a lot of specific stocks, and that's where the action has been in the last couple of sessions. Let's straight away get to our list then. This morning, our team is standing by with a list of top stocks to watch. Guys, thanks for joining in. Vivek, let me kick it off with you. Why are you looking out for Samvardhana and SpiceJet?
Well, good morning. Two stocks in focus on the back of large QIPs that both of them have announced. So, Samvardhana, Motherson is the one that we are looking at first. Remember, our colleague Sudarshan had told you earlier that the company is in the market to go ahead and raise funds, and most likely that particular fundraise would be via the QIP process. So, along expected lines, the company has launched the fundraising process, both to raise funds via both the QIP route as well as a certain proportion of funds will be raised by the compulsory convertible debentures route. So, the equity issue size is close to 6,398 crore. The issue price is in the range of 186.3 to 193.7 rupees a share. So that works out to an equity dilution of close to 5% of the total equity. Along with that, via the CCD issue, the company is looking to raise close to 2,250 crore. What will the company do with the funds? The company is looking to go ahead and repay debt, and that will be the main purpose of this particular fundraise. Now, talking about SpiceJet, again, a large QIP announced over here as well. Issue size of close to 3,000 crore, which includes a base size of 1,500 crore and a green size option if the company chooses to do so of another 1,500 crore. The indicative issue price is at a steep discount, almost 61.6 rupees per share, and equity dilution thereby works out almost 38% of the post-issue paid up equity share capital. What will the company do with the funds? Payment of statutory dues, outstanding liabilities, maintenance of existing fleet, as well as employment dues. So as far as SpiceJet is concerned, very important that this particular fundraise goes through.
Okay, all right, Vivek, thanks a lot for that. When I'm looking at Vedanta, and yes, the stock did see a sharp correction in trade. That's because the storage pond, which is linked to their alumina refinery, there was an overflow out there, or there was a disruption out there. Now, the street was fearing the worst case outcome, because in case the alumina refinery itself got shut, then they would have to buy alumina from the outside market and pay nearly around $100 to around $200 per ton extra. So that was one fear. The second fear is this particular facility has always been in light of the environment groups. So, it could turn the heat on them with regard to that. But the management, we reached out to them and they've given us clarifications. They're saying there are no disruptions with regard to the alumina refinery, which is good. They're operating as of now in compliance with regulatory requirements. So that's good. And they're saying there's no damage and this situation is under control. So the street will draw hard from the fact that the alumina refinery is now functioning. The problem is sometimes these kind of cases escalate because of the damage that's seen out there. So the stock opens up in the green, but we'll have to see what happens from there on. That's what happened. Midday, the news article did come out. And in fact, from there, the stock sold out. So we expect the stock to open up well in the green.
Okay, so Vedanta is going to be in focus for sure. Thanks for that, Nigel. Let's go back to Vivek. He's tracking some block deals as well. Vivek, which stocks?
Well, that's right. Large fundraisers, large equity offerings are seen. So yesterday, India Shelter Finance, we saw a very sharp reaction in the stock yesterday. So two funds, both under the name of Nexus Opportunity Funds. The fund number 2 sold 1.35% of the total 5.43% that they held in the company. Nexus Ventures 3 Limited sold close to 4.62 out of the total 15.9% stake in the company. Amongst the key buyers, some of the names included ICICI Prudential Life Insurance, SBI Life Insurance, Petronas Research, as well as Goldman Sachs India equity portfolio. And the second stock on the radar, again in a block deal over here as well, Edelweiss Financial Services. The Employees Welfare Trust sold close to 27.5 lakh shares yesterday. Amongst the buyers was Whito Capital Asset Management Fund. Under two separate names, they picked up 12.7 lakhs and 14.8 lakh shares respectively yesterday.
All right, Vivek, thank you very much for that. So that's Edelweiss in focus. Now, JK Tyre and Carborundum Universal are going to be the other two we want to put the spotlight on. Vinny is here with details. Vinny, morning.
Good morning. Yes, JK Tyre, we're expecting some positive move here because the shareholders have actually approved the merger of JK Tyre with Cavendish, and the exchange ratio, or in terms of the ratio that is there for shares, we're going to see 92 shares of JK Tyre will be given to every shareholder holding 100 shares in Cavendish. Now, this acquisition of Cavendish had happened for JK Tyre in 2016. This is the merger that will be taking place. So the swap ratio for that is mentioned. Positive why for JK Tyre? Because this gives them synergies in terms of operational synergies, reduction in terms of cost, consolidated sales start improving, distribution in terms of network, and enhancing the shareholder value is something that are key positives for JK Tyre. Moving on, we have Carborundum Universal, also some bit of a positive news flow here, expecting it to be in the green. They will be acquiring 100% stake in a US-based company that is Silicon Carbide Products. This is for 56 crores. This will help Carborundum Universal in expanding its geography-wise improvement in the US market, because SCP has a very good clientele in the US market, so market share improvement there. Geography footprint that will be expanding in the US as well as beyond the US as well. So interesting to watch out for both these stocks.
Okay, got it. Thanks very much for that, Vinny. Let's move to Vamakshi now. She is looking at a couple of stocks on the radar as well. Vamakshi, good morning.
Well, good morning, Surbhi. Let me first start off with Sandur Manganese, and that is because the company has gone ahead and given its nod to raising of funds up to 1,000 crores via QIP. So given that development, going with the green out here. The next counter that I'm watching out for is EMS. A board meeting is scheduled on September 19th, and they are expected to consider fundraising plans via various modes, which includes GDRs, ADRs, QIP, among several others. Lastly, let's also focus in on IndoCount. Now, the US-based subsidiary of this company, which is IndoCount Global Inc., has acquired an 81% stake in Fluvidex USA for nearly 19.63 million, which roughly translates to around 165 crores. Fluvidex, in fact, is a manufacturer of utility bedding and has products like pillows as well as quilts. They also have an exclusive option to purchase the remaining 19% stake at the same valuation, and the 19% stake would be bought at $4.6 million, or roughly around 39 odd crores. Largely, this acquisition is expected to be funded by internal accruals as well as debt, and the company says that it aligns with its own strategy to expand presence in the Northern American markets and also increase its market share as well as distribution reach out there. So overall, given this development, going with the green for IndoCount as well.
Okay, got it. Thanks very much, Vamakshi, for that. So let's quickly recap our list of stocks to watch. The ones that have positive news flow around them are Samvardhana, Motherson, Vedanta, Edelweiss Financial Services, JK Tyre, Carborundum Universal, Sandur Manganese, EMS, and IndoCount. The ones with negative news flow around them are SpiceJet and India Shelter Finance. Okay, that's our stock list for the morning. Let's now figure out what's happening in the world of commodities. We have Manisha joining in with a roundup of all the action. Manisha, good morning. So what's catching your attention today?
Morning, Surbhi. I'll start with the crude oil prices, which have extended gains today as well. With this, now the Brent is trading above $73 a barrel. Nearly 20% of Gulf of Mexico oil production is offline, and that seems to be giving support. And apart from that, it is the weakness in US dollar, expectations, anticipations ahead of the US Fed meeting, and that really seems to be fueling this rally. So not just crude oil prices, most of the metals are trading on a firmer note as well. Copper is at an 8-week high, zinc at a 9-week high, aluminum and tin are trading at a 3-week highs as well. Markets are looking at an immediate support also coming in from buying in the European markets there. When you look at the agriculture commodities, well, you have coffee trading at a 13-year highs, cotton is trading at a 3-week highs, rubber at 2021 highs. So most of the commodities, whether it's agri and non-agri, ahead of the US Fed meeting, clearly seems to be looking at some buying opportunities.
It's interesting. Manisha, thanks very much for that. Prashant, last I checked, the world was heading into a slowdown / recession, right? And look at Manisha telling us about these, multi-week, multi-month highs.
No, absolutely. I think the world is heading into a bit of a slowdown, but yeah, commodities are looking strong across the board. We'll take a quick commercial break here. We're going to come back. Amnish Agarwal, head of research at Prabhudas Leather, is going to be with us for some fundamental stock conversation that's coming up in just a bit.